Today we are ready for lesson 4. You just got done making your capacity organizer, so you are going to use that to help you. Trust me, it will be very helpful. So if you have not made that yet, go back and watch that video first on me teaching you how to make it with the construction paper, and then come back to this video. Alright? So before we get started, let's look at the top of page 715. And follow along as I read. It says you can use multiplication to convert units. To change from a larger unit to a smaller unit, you multiply. And if we go from a smaller to a larger, then we have to divide. So this is why your organizer will be very helpful, because it has all of this information listed in it. 1 cup equals 8 fluid ounces. 2 cups equals 1 pint. 2 pints equals 1 quart. And 4 quarts equals 1 gallon. So we will use that information to help us answer these questions. So let's look at example 1. Marcus has a 2-gallon container of laundry detergent. How many quarts of laundry detergent does he have? How many pints of laundry detergent does he have? So we're going to have to find 2 different answers. So the first step, we need to find the number of quarts that are in 2 gallons. So I want you to look at your chart that we made, the picture. I want you to find how many Q's there are in 1 G. Okay, there are 4 quarts in 1 gallon. Okay, that is important to know. So that's why, to figure out how many quarts are in 2 gallons, we have to multiply by 4, because there's 4 quarts in 1 gallon. So how many in 2 gallons? 2 times 4 is 8. So fill in, there are 8 quarts in 2 gallons. Now that just answers the first question. We need to also figure out how many pints of laundry detergent does he have. So we need to find the number of pints that are in 8 quarts. So how many P's are in 1 Q? Count that up. Okay, we multiply by 8. We multiply 8 by 2 because there are 2 pints in each quart. Okay, so we have to multiply 8 times 2. So 8 times 2 is 16. So there are 16 pints in 8 quarts. Okay, so Marcus has, we could either say he has 8 quarts or 16 pints of laundry detergent. Okay, let's move on to example number 2. We need to convert 4.5 quarts to pints. So first we're going to convert the whole number. We need to find how many P's there are. How many P's there are in 1 Q. So look at your chart, and you should find there's 2 P's, 2 pints in 1 quart. So since pints are smaller than quarts, we multiply 4 times 2. So we're multiplying 4.5 times 2. But let's split it up and do the whole number first, then we'll go to the fraction next. 4 times 2 is 8. Okay, and then we have 1/2 times 2. Okay, remember when we multiply 1 times 2, which is 2, and we leave our denominator 2 halves. When we simplify that, we get 1. So 8 plus 1 is what we have to do next. So 8 plus 1 is 9. So 4.5 quarts is the same as 9 pints. All right, so let's look at our guided practice problems now. So we have 1 through 3, and then we'll do 4 and 5. So we have 10 quarts equals how many pints? I want you to look at your conversion chart, or look at your graphic organizer. I want you to find how many P's there are in 1 Q. How many P's in 1 Q? How many pints are in a quart? And we're going to multiply it. So you should have found that there are 2 pints in a quart. So 10 times 2 is 20. Fill in 20. So 10 quarts equals 20 pints. The next one, 3½ cups, is how many fluid ounces? We're going from a larger unit to a smaller unit, so we have to multiply. So how many fluid ounces are in 1 cup? Good, 8. We're going to do each of these separately. We're going to multiply 8 times 3, which is 24. Then we have to add when we multiply 8 times 1/2. Okay, so this is kind of like saying what's half of 8? 4. So then when you add 24 plus 4, you get 28. Okay, I want you to try this last one out all on your own. All right, it's going to be similar to number 1. Good, first you have to figure out how many pints there are in a quart. There are 2. So you should know this fact. 5 times 2 is 10 is what you should have gotten. Okay, let's move on. We need to complete the conversion table. So this is similar to a few lessons ago. We have to look at what it's asking. We have pints here. We have cups. So we need to know how many pints there are in 1 cup. How many peas or how many cups are in 1 pint? Okay. Oops, why did I do that? Let's go back. So there are 2 cups in 1 pint. So we have to multiply this by 2. Okay, so then 1 times 2 is 2, and that's why they filled this in 1 pint, 2 cups, with the parentheses around. So please finish this chart by multiplying the pints by 2. We will check it when you are done. Okay, I'm going to pull up the answers. Here are the answers. So check your work. Make corrections if you need to. We have one more to do together. For this last one, we have gallons, which is the larger capacity, and we're going to a smaller capacity, so we have to multiply. So we have quarts and gallons. We have to figure out how many quarts are in 1 gallon. So how many Q's are in your 1G? There are 4, so we're multiplying this column by 4. So 2 times 4 is 8. And now you just put them in the group with the parentheses, 2, 8. Okay, I'll give you a little bit of time to finish this chart and then we'll check it and be done. And let's check your answers. Here are your answers for number 5. Okay, if any of this was confusing, you can always go back and rewatch the video. Please make sure when you're doing your independent practice problems that you really use your capacity organizer. That will be very, very helpful for you. Thanks for watching. Bye.